Hey, good morning and welcome. This is Catherine Perry, and I'm your host for the Daily One Command. And I really appreciate you taking time to join me every day because I know how busy you are. You got a lot going on. And I just wanted to say thank you in advance for the time that you let me have. And today is going to be a little shorter, hopefully a little sweeter than normal because today, what we're working on is, let me get over here. Today's commands are going to be about releasing beliefs that limit our happiness and well being. And if you've been following me for a while, you may know me as someone like I always tell a story. In fact, when I think about a course or a teaching, always got a framework of a story that it kind of has the points. And as I'm thinking about it, there's the positioning. There's a whole thing because I'm a storyteller. And today I was tuning in to what is it I want to tell you about this, and how can I tell you? And it was, don't tell a story because you're going to be talking to people about what they need to release. And I thought, wow, don't let the story do the work, let the space do the work. And so that's what we're going to be going into this with. If you got to be with us last week in the creating space, that was so beautiful because we did these meditations and the space kind of spoke back. And I had so much to tell you about this concept that we're going to be meeting today, but I just have to wait. I am going to explain a little bit about what we're talking about and why, and then how can we get to that. But at the time of this recording, we are in the week before the full moon on April 16th. And I don't know if you're familiar with the full moon energy, but the full moon is when we usually release, if there's anything to let go of, so that what we are actively working on will manifest. Okay, it's for our healing, our well being, but we set our intention on the new moon. The full moon is what do we have to release so that the fullness of our desires can be fulfilled. The other thing about a full moon or moon cycles is in the tarot, the moon usually represents one of two things. One, our secret desires. And if you think about those wishes and a big, beautiful romantic night, and you've ever looked out on a big full moon and your heart gets full and you go, oh, I love this. I want more of this. So it's our secret wishes and desires, but it's also a symbol for changes in the seasons in our life. And very often, when we have a change, there's absolutely things that we need to let go of. In April, this is a big April. There's a whole lot of like astrological and energetic things happening, but it all has to do with ending a big cycle of us going through our ego and letting go of the things that we felt like we had to do so that we can do the things that we were born to do. Okay. And this is what's been last 10 years have been about. And that's what this moment is to just let all of that go. And so that we can really align back to that which we truly feel we were born to do. And no matter what age you are, I'm 64 and I'm doing, well, it would have been nice to have this when I was 34. But at 34, I had what I needed at 34, right? And so people are feeling this sense of like there's something happening. They know a big change is coming, but they don't quite know what and how to prepare for it. We don't know what we're going to need or need to let go of. So in order to move forward, we have to release, right? And so how can we release? Well, one, we have to know what we want, right? We have to think of very much like if you are moving from one climate to another. I lived in Alaska. I lived in Alaska and moved back to Texas. I had to let go of my ski equipment and my snow boots and my big parkas and my big giant gloves. And there's a lot of things that served me really well up in Alaska in that lifestyle that really simply was not going to fit. Now, if I had a scarcity mindset, I would say, oh, I need to be sure and hang on to this because I spent money on this. This is valuable stuff, right? There's something that your subconscious mind or emotionally you may be hanging on to because you think it may still serve some value. And right now, we don't even know. You may have an idea, but we're going to command that our greater intelligence let us know. This is how we're setting off the whole week. So, the lens that we're looking through is this beautiful affirmation. I choose freedom and release all blocks within me and open the pathway to success. Good morning, Miss Jody. Good morning, guys. I appreciate you joining me. I just want to remind everybody before we get much further that if you want to leave a comment, be sure and you like the StreamYard app and you see it in the description. And that'll let me see your comments. If you're watching on YouTube, I can absolutely see them in live time. But if you're watching this in a replay, be sure and do a little hashtag replay so that I can see your question or comment. I really want to see them. They're important to me. So think about freedom. I mean, we think about all we do. When we even think about money, we think about the job. We think about, I want to get this house. I need this for my health. Ultimately, it's so that we have freedom to some degree. And the joy, the ease, the flow. So that's why this word is really important because this word means something very different to everyone. I choose freedom. And we want to hold that as your intention and release all blocks within me and open the path to success. Now, right now, your beautiful brain's going, what blocks? I know I have a block. This blocks are outside of me. There's circumstances, there's things going on with me, there's the economy, there's my health, there's circumstances. And we have no control. But what if, because of the blocks inside of us, that's making us tune in to the blocks outside of us? What if, because these blocks inside of us are unprocessed and we're unaware of it, what we are alerted to is all the limitations? And what we're experiencing in our outer reality is really a match of our inner reality. You are the creator, the experiencer, and the observer of your reality. So if you're experiencing a lot of blocks, what's going on? What's going on? The answer really is always to go in. Okay. So right now, we may not know. Even if you think you know, there's a level that you don't know. And we're going to do commands around that. So to just, rather than thinking about the blocks, here's what I recommend. Think about the freedom and happiness that you want to experience, the way you want to know yourself as a happy person who's living in a state of well being and abundance, ease, joy, whatever you want to experience. And just tune into that. That is not a wish outside of you. That is a part of you wanting to express itself. So just attune to it. Close your eyes if you need to. Become aware of that version of yourself that you want to be, that you know you can be. That's your true self. Just come into your awareness. You may have an idea of like, yeah, I used to be this way. I want to be that way again. And that will orient you to the past. So if you see a version of yourself from the past, and you go, yeah, I really liked those aspects of myself. And there's an even greater expression of myself that's ready to express right now. And the attitude here is just to be open and to notice and to simply be present. Remember to breathe. So just think about you being free and happy, free to be yourself and you're happy about it, free to enjoy your circumstances and move about the country as you desire. Being someone who wakes up feeling good and looking forward to the day, and who lays down at night and counts her blessings because you had such an amazing day. And whatever that looks like for you and means to you. From sunrise to sunset, from joy to joy. From success to success. From beauty to beauty. Just tune into that state of being. Now I want to invite you just to, we're going to stick with this, okay? We actually have our command. So I want to invite you right now, eyes closed, just go ahead and ground. Right now, here we have this state of being that we are being present to. And just feel your connection to the earth and the earth's connection to you. And I would just invite you to tune into and be aware of that earth energy, that creative life force energy starting to come up, up, up into your body, into your knees, into your hips. Hey, I just want to let you know if there's any morning achiness, let the earth energy do the work there. Let the earth energy balance and help you release any aches and pains. Yeah. And just allow it. There's nothing to think about or remember or tell yourself about it. Just let the earth energy do its work. And I invite you to bring your attention to your heart as you align to that version of yourself who is completely free in all the ways you want to be free. Financially, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, but just align to that aspect of yourself that is already free in all those ways. And there's a version of yourself called the ego, the me, that doesn't feel free, that feels constricted or limited or blocked or is in pain and doesn't know how to get out of it. As you align to that aspect of yourself that is completely free, let that light shine on all the other parts of you. And let that light be an invitation. Because the part of you, the me part of you, the ego part of you, is just asking for help. If it knew, it would do it. If it understood the power it had to change, it would absolutely shift and change on its own. So between knowing and not knowing, let there only be love. Allow that love to become illuminated and expand all the way around you, but also into every cell and fiber of your being. Let the love do the work. Remember to breathe. Adjust your body as you may need to get more comfortable as things are starting to let go. There's no wrong way to do this. And now I want to just invite you to become aware of your spiritual connection, that spiritual life force energy that's coming right down through the top of your head, and it's aligning to you. Isn't it beautiful that there's nothing that you have to do to earn this? It is simply here, and all you have to do is be aware of it. I wonder how many ways and to what degree you can allow your awareness to increase. Your awareness of this connection to Source and how it aligns to you. Beautiful. Now I want to invite you with your eyes closed, very lightly, just slightly, just lift your chin up. It just helps a little bit as you roll your eyes up as if you're trying to look up through the top of your head. And just send your consciousness up, 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 up through the universe. And as you find yourself at the outer edges of the universe, in the velvety black void of space, in the distance is a teeny pinprick of light. Head towards that. And soon you find you're breaking through the darkness into the light of pure, open potential. Keeping your eyes up, we're going to state the one command. And it goes like this. Just follow along, and then I'm going to open a space for your own command. I don't know how to choose freedom and release all blocks within me. I only know the pathway to happiness is open now, and I am fulfilled. And just let that go. Let that expand out to an idea even greater that serves more good in its fulfillment. Let your eyes relax for just a moment. And there may be a block, there may be a hurt, there could be a resentment or a pain or a situation that you don't know how to resolve. So let's go ahead and do another command for that. Roll your eyes up. I don't know how. This, whatever it is, this pain, this situation, this hurt, this block is within me is healed, and the situation is resolved in the highest and best possible way for all. I only know I release it all now, and I am fulfilled. And let that go. Let that expand out. And you might not even know, hey, what is a happy, fulfilled, version of me that's wanting to express out in the world in the fullness of its beauty, its greatness, and operating in all of its fullness of expression and using the gifts and enjoying life and grabbing a hold of it and savoring and tasting it and having a fantastic time. And everyone around you is happy to be part of that experience. If you don't know what that part is, like, I don't know what makes me happy. I don't know how to have a new relationship with this aspect of myself that knows exactly how to be the truth, to live in the truth, to live in the knowledge of that truth. I only know I am now and I am fulfilled. Oh, yeah. Now we can just expand our consciousness. We're just going to let all that go. Let all that expand out to an idea even greater that serves more good in its fulfillment. And we're just going to let it just unwind, unwind, unwind. And we're just going to start receiving with gratitude. And we're just going to start blessing and say, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're just going to let all the little tendrils and nerve endings and everything that held all of those blocks and all that resentment and all those stories, we're just going to let all that dissolve. This is literally neural connections that are starting to release, let go, unwind, unwind, unwind. And it's this greater state of being as we have more room because we've let go of the blocks, we've let go of the hurt, we've let go of the attitudes, and the releasing and this freedom. We're just going to allow new ideas, new understanding, a greater wisdom start to arrive and rewind, 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 and integrate. Bringing your attention back to your heart. And as you think about what you may need to let go of, or what is necessary or good, I don't know, as you think about your happiness and being a person who is happy and free in all the ways you want to be free, what do you know now that you didn't know before? What is your new awareness? We always remind everybody to write it down. You can go ahead and open your eyes. Yeah, good morning. And what do? That 7-step is inspired action. So if there's been something that maybe there's a phone call or an email, maybe you need to just spend some time journaling. But as you do, hold it with the intention of, as I'm releasing this, it's so that the best version of yourself has more room to operate in, right? To manifest or create anything, we need space. Hey, if you've ever said, I've got a project, what's the first thing we do? Like, let's clear that tabletop. Let's get that desk cleared. Let's get these folders put away so that I can focus. And that's all we're doing. And if you've held on to stuff and you didn't know how to let go of it, maybe you didn't even know you were holding on to it. You didn't know. You thought in some way it was serving you. And if you need to pick it back up and hang on to it, you can at any time. That's the thing about blocks and grudges and anger and resentment. It's always right there, waiting around, just waiting for a chance to come in. And so if you ever want to hang on to that stuff and pick all that back up, you're free to. There's literally no judgment. It's your life. But if you're ready to move on, that's what we're doing this week. We're clearing that pathway. And we're just going to make a new choice. And the choice is to keep aligning to that greater part of you. Okay, my friend? I hope this has been valuable. I know that I love this time with you. So until next time, this is Catherine Perry, the Big Vision Coach. Now witness your mastery. Bye-bye, everybody.